let's talk a little bit about using Firestore. So if you want to get started with Firestore, you basically just create a database, okay, in Firestore. So this is in the cloud. You create a database, all right? And although it's possible to have authorizations and permissions, to begin with, you can just create a database that's wide open, that anyone can read to or write to. So you create a database, and then it's possible from the API to go ahead and create both records and collections and do queries. So you don't need to specify really anything else. So you just create the database, and then you can, in let's say a web app or desktop app, or what else can we have? Let's look at a mobile app. You can create documents. And basically, when you create a document, you specify the root level. Assuming it's a brand new document, not in the sub-collection, you could just specify the root level collection you want, and it'll automatically create correct collections for you. So it'll automatically create the needed collection for you. If you have an existing document and you want to create a document in a sub-collection, you just go ahead and do that, specify the sub-collection name, and again, it'll create the sub-collection if it doesn't already exist. So you can create documents, it'll automatically create collections, you can query, you can change documents. So the idea is really we have little need for admin. What do we need to do for admin? We need to do any authorization rules, okay? We'll talk about that at a later date. We need to modify the default indexes, or if you need compound indexes, that's also possible. So let's say that you want, in this previous slide here, so you want to sort by zip code and then name. Okay. So you're going to have, let's say, zip code 0000, and then names from A to Z, and then zip code 0001, names from A to Z. Well, that we need a compound index for that. So we would need to create, and this would be creating in the cloud in the Firestore administration console. We need to create an index on zip ascending and then name ascending. So for admin, we need to add or delete indexes, but keeping in mind that by default, the non-map, non-array fields with single values in them are automatically going to get indexes. So if we suddenly have a new field in documents, that'll automatically get indexes. So this is really an example of what's called a serverless database. The idea is not that there's server there, but it's that you don't have to administer it, right? You're just renting this. The only other thing you do when you create a database is you actually have to create it in a geographic location. Okay, so basically you're specifying a data center for this. So that's going to depend on where your customers actually are. So if most of your customers are in the US, then you would want to choose a data center in the US. If on the other hand, this is aimed at Europe, you would need to choose a data center in Europe, and so on.